So the virtual parenting experience is really, it's a weekend online for moms, parents, caregivers, anyone that's related in the baby space or thinking even of having a child, to come together and be completely inundated with content and top expert speakers that they wouldn't normally have an opportunity to actually engage with, or in fact that they didn't even know about because they are so specialized, the speakers. It's an opportunity for people to be entertained. We have a lot of influencers, celebrities, and it's an opportunity to really just walk away and feel completely empowered as a parent with information that you're walking away with. Because let's be honest, being a parent is really hard, and being a good parent is even harder. And having a platform like BabyYumYum.co.za is an opportunity to really give so much content and information to parents, but creating the safe online virtual space where you are in fact able to engage with experts and engage with fellow moms and parents is just mind-blowing. So it's really a sacred and a special space where you are just sitting back and just enjoying yourself for the whole 2 days and 3 days. Actually, we've made it 3 days now. So essentially what we found during COVID was that our readers, our followers, they wanted to be able to engage with brands, and brands wanted to be able to engage with moms and parents, because obviously people weren't going out to the shop, and you know, the past 2 years, really, everyone's been crazy, and it's been filled with anxiety and this reluctance to go out. And money has been tight as well. So really, any family excursion really has a lot of costs associated with it. So we sat back and we thought, great, with all of that information, how are we going to create a solution to this problem? So we got together and really we created the virtual parenting experience, where we are offering this credible and professional advice in this unique closed group that again brings leading experts and allows people to have this opportunity to see what's going on in the baby sort of world, and give brands the opportunity to speak to all of these consumers and these moms and really educate, empower, and entertain parents in a safe way and in a convenient way. Well, I think really we cannot forget that we are still in a pandemic. It may be the tail end of a pandemic, it may be the start of a new wave of a pandemic, but women and obviously babies are and pregnant women and babies are at the highest risk of COVID. And a lot of people are very reluctant to going to public spaces, and doing stuff online, it really just gives people the space and this comfort of not having to worry about contracting the virus or even passing it on to people, but still giving them this amazing experience at the same time. And I think that that's very, very important. And what's really important is that parents, apart from just getting this actual virtual experience online, you will walk away with value. You'll walk away feeling empowered from the speakers, entertained by the workshops and interactions. You'll be socially fulfilled from the online social element because you'll be able to interact with other parents, and you'll be inspired to be a better parent and rewarded with prizes, real physical goodie bags that you can actually pick up before the event time, and there'll be phenomenal product discounts and exposure that you'll actually get during these 3 days. So why wouldn't you really want to do it all online? Brilliant. Good question. So from an environmental perspective, firstly, you've got to think about all of the carbon emissions. You've got to get in your car. You've got to buy tickets. You've got to spend money. From a stand builder point of view, you have got to think of shipping costs of getting your items up to your stand. You've got to have boxes. You've got to have goodies. You've got to have pamphlets. There's just so many wastage and so many physical things that go into a real live expo that are completely unnecessary. Even just the human resources element of having staff standing on a stand day in and day out. It's time lost when you could rather be sitting behind a screen, answering questions effectively to people who are actually really interested in your product, not just at your stand for the freebies that one does tend to go to real actual in-present exhibitions for. And for me, I think that's a huge factor as well. And as I mentioned before, for the actual parents that are going to, that want to partake in seminars like this, the hassle of having to plan your whole family and the logistics of parking and, standing in queues, all to walk away with maybe a discount of 20 Rand on nappies. It is really not worth it, because we all know as you are walking out the door, you're going to be faced with a punami after all of that planning. And is it really worth it? No, rather just stay at home and tap into those expert speakers and those brands that you really want to know about. So I think that they can expect the unexpected. And that's really at BabyYumYum.co.za. We like to give people what they're not expecting. So, for example, the topics that are going to be explored are topics that are going to be covered will be everything from the expected, being fertility to baby sleeping habits, through to the more risque and controversial topics such as baby gender selection and questions that we are too embarrassed to ask our gynecologist. So if there's any questions that people have about starting a family through to young children, then this is the experience definitely for them. That's on the expert speaking side. What else can they experience? What else can they expect? They can expect over 300,000 Rands worth of prizes that we are giving out on the day. They can expect the most amazing interactive workshops, cooking classes, self-defense, fitness sessions, really 3 whole days of jam-packed information, discounts, and really value behind all of this.